Dear students, welcome to you all for the third problem of this chapter. So the question goes like this. A company is having four departments. A, B and C are production department and D is a service department. The actual expenses for the month of June 2018 are as follows. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಟ್ಟು 4 ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳಿವೆ. ಎ ಬಿ ಮತ್ತು ಸಿ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಈ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ನ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. The actual expenses for the month of June 2018 are as follows. ಜೂನ್ 2018 ತಿಂಗಳ ಅಥವಾ 2018 ಜೂನ್ ತಿಂಗಳ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಪವರ್, ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪವರ್ ಬೇಕು, ಸೊ ಪವರ್ಗೆ ಬಿಲ್ 36,000 ಬಂದಿದೆ. ರಿಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಟು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ರಿಪೇರಿಗೆ 16,000 ಆಗಿದೆ. ವೆಲ್ಫೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ನ ವೆಲ್ಫೇರ್ಗೆ 18,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಖರ್ಚಾಗಿದೆ. ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಸಪ್ಲೈಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 1,800 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಖರ್ಚಾಗಿದೆ. ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ 4,200 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಖರ್ಚಾಗಿದೆ. ಜನರಲ್ ಓವರ್ ಹೆಡ್ಸ್ 1,500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಖರ್ಚಾಗಿದೆ. ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಸ್ ಓವರ್ ಹೆಡ್ಸ್ 1,000. ವಾಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ವಾಚ್ಮನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ 2,000. ನಾನ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವ್ ವೇಜಸ್ ಈಸ್ 2,400. ಸೊ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವ್ ವೇಜಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ವೇಜಸ್, ನಾನ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವ್ ವೇಜಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ವೇಜಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಟೀನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ 10,000. ಸೊ ಒಟ್ಟು ಇಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂಥ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯ ಆಧಾರಿತವಾಗಿ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅಪೋಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ ಇನ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ 4 ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿ. ದಿ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಅಸ್ ದಿ ಏರಿಯಾ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟು ಕೂಡ ಯಾವ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟೆಷ್ಟು ಜಾಗನ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎ 150 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೀಟರ್ಸ್, ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಿ 110 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೀಟರ್ಸ್, ಸಿ 90 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೀಟರ್ಸ್, ಡಿ 50 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೀಟರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದಿ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ 15:11:9:5. ರೈಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 20 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 55 ಜನ, ಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 10 ಜನ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ 4:11:2:1 if you divide it by 5. Next one is direct wages. Direct wages ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎ ಗೆ 6,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ, ಬಿ ಗೆ 4,000, ಸಿ ಗೆ 3,000, ಡಿ ಗೆ 2,000. So the ratio is 6:4:3:2 for direct wages. Next one is value of plant. ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ನ ಬೆಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎನಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ನ ಬೆಲೆ 2 ಲಕ್ಷ, ಬಿ ಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ನ ಬೆಲೆ 3 ಲಕ್ಷ ಮತ್ತು ಸಿ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ನ ಬೆಲೆ 1 ಲಕ್ಷ. ಸೊ ದಿ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ 2:3:1. ಫೈನಲಿ ದಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿರುವಂಥ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ನ ಮೊತ್ತ ಅಥವಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 1,60,000, 50,000 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ 40,000. ಸೊ ದಿ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ 10:6:5:4. Now they are asking us to apportion the cost of various departments on the most equitable method. ಮೇಲೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂಥ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ನ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಈಕ್ವಿಟಬಲ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮೇಲೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂಥದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್, ಕೆಳಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂಥದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಡೇಟಾ. ಈ ಡೇಟಾನ ಆಧಾರಿತವಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಮೇಲೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂಥ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ನ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ರೈಟ್. ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಪವರ್ ಇದೆ. ಪವರ್ ಯಾರು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ the basis of apportionment is going to be either kilowatts or HP of plant. See, in the question they have not given such information. So we can consider the basis as the value of plant can be considered as the basis for power. Second one is repairs to building 16,000. This must be apportioned among various departments on the basis of area they have occupied in that particular building. Thirdly, welfare of staff. The amount which has been expended to provide welfare to staff is rupees 18,000. This can be divided or apportioned on the basis of number of workers because all of them are going to take this benefit equally, isn't it? Next one is operating supplies. Operating supplies means indirect material. This is to be divided or apportioned on the basis of direct materials. Next one is insurance. Insurance is 4,200. Usually we'll take the insurance for, to cover the stock. Since in this problem they have not given the value of stock, we can take the value of plant as basis for insurance. Next one is general overheads. See, general overheads actually, apportioned on the basis of direct wages. You may ask, why not, direct materials? So since it will be usually keep on fluctuating, we cannot take it on that basis. So general overheads is usually apportioned on the basis of direct wages. Next one is stores overhead. Stores overhead is actually apportioned on the basis of value of direct materials. The reason behind this is being store in stores, what do we do actually? We actually store the materials. So on the basis of value of materials, we may apportion it. Next one is watch and ward expenses. As I have already told you before, watch and ward expenses is nothing but security expenses. A security guard may give the security to the materials as well as the people in the organization. As the value of materials keeps on fluctuating, it is not the proper or the best basis. And apart from this, you may say, why don't we take the direct wages, right? Direct wages as the basis. See, direct wages is nothing but the wages given only for the production activities. So, what about the service department where there are employees? For them also security is given. Forget about securities, service department. If you take the production department itself, there are indirect, wages or the people who are actually supporting the production activities. Their wages will get ignored. Therefore, we will take the number of employees as the basis for watch and ward expenses. Why? Because this security person is giving the security to all the employees. Therefore, on the basis of number of employees, we are going to apportion this watch and ward expenses. Right? Next one is non-productive wages. As you know, productive wages is nothing but direct materials. Therefore, non-productive wages is direct, I mean to say direct wages. Therefore, non-productive wages amounts to indirect wages. Non-productive wages ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ indirect wages. Indirect wages ನ ಯಾವುದರ basis ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು apportion ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ on the basis of direct wages. The last one is canteen expense. Canteen expense is once again a portion on the basis of number of workers. The reason behind this is being in canteen, who is going to make use of canteen? The workers. Therefore, on the basis of number of workers, we are going to divide it. So, apart from all these things, or after considering all these things in primary distribution summary, we have to consider the direct wages and direct materials of service department, that is department D also. So, students, now let us move on to the solution part. See, in the solution part, I have already prepared the format for you people. Usually, the format consists of a heading. Heading may be either statement showing apportionment of overheads or it may be primary distribution summary. So, going to the format, it usually consists of 3 plus number of departments columns, right? See, there are totally 4 departments. Therefore, we have 4 columns for each department. I mean, 1 column for each department, which results in 4 columns here. So, the total of these amount for this, we have one more column, namely total amount column. Apart from this, we also have 2 more columns, that is items and apportion, basis of apportionment. ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕಾಲಮ್ನ ಹಾಕಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮೊದಲು ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡಿಂದ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಮೌಂಟಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಲಮ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜಾಗ ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸಾಕು ಈ ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ಗೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ 4+1 5 ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಜಾಗನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ತುಂಬ ಅನಗತ್ಯವಾಗಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಾಕಬೇಡಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮಿಕ್ಕಿರುವ ಜಾಗ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲಮ್ ಹಾಕಿ, ಮಿಕ್ಕಿರೋದು ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಪೋರ್ಷನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಲಿ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾದಂಥ ಜಾಗ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜಾಗ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಪೋರ್ಷನ್ಮೆಂಟ್. So for my convenience, I have already put the expenses here. List of expenses I already put here. So with reference to this, let us go back to the question and consider one by one. See, coming to the expenses, the first expense is power, which is 36,000. Power 36,000. The basis for value of apportionment of power is usually is going to be HP of plant or kilowatt of plant. Since here they are not given, I'm going to consider the value of plant. Let us go back to the question. See, here is the question. Value of plant is 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 1 lakh. Therefore, the ratio is going to be 2:3:1 dash. Right? 2:3:1 for your convenience a dash. Okay, so 36,000 is the amount. 36,000 divided by the total of this, that is 2 plus 3 plus 1 is 6. 36,000 divided by 6 is 6,000, right? So 6,000 into 2 is 12,000. 6,000 into 3 is 18,000. 6,000 into 1 is 6,000 dash. Next one is repairs to building. See, repairs to building is 16,000 and the basis of repairs to building is area. Area is 15:11:9:5. 15:11:9:5. So the total of this is 40, right? 16,000 divided by 40 is 400. 400 into 50 is 6,000. 400 into 11 is 4,400. 400 into 9 is 3,600. 400 into 5 is 2,000. Right? Next, let us move on to the welfare of staff. Welfare of staff is 18,000. The amount is 18,000. The basis for the apportionment is number of workers. So let us go back. Number of workers 20:55:10:5. If we divide it by 5, it is going to be 4:11:2:1. 4:11:2:1. So 4 plus 7 is 15. 15 plus 2 plus 1 is 18. 18,000 divided by 18 is 1,000. 1,000 into 4 is 4,000. 1,000 into 11 is 11,000. 1,000 into 2 is 2,000. 1,000 into 1 is 1,000. Next one is operating supplies. Operating supplies value is 1,800. Operating supplies is actually a portion on the basis of direct material, which is actually 10:6:5:4. 10:6:5:4. Let us cross verify once again. Operating supplies, direct material 10:6:5:4. So if we add this, we are going to get 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 plus 4, 20, 25. So 1,800 divided by 25 is 72. 72 into 10 is 720. 72 into 6 is 432. 72 into 5 is 360. 72 into 4 is 288. Let us cross verify. 288 plus 360 plus 432 plus 720 is actually 1800. Next one is insurance. The insurance amount is C 4200 and the basis is 2 is to 3 is to 1, that is value of plant. 4200 basis is value of plant, which is 2 is to 3 is to 1. 2 is to 3 is to 1 is nothing but 6. 42,000, 4,200 divided by 6 is actually 700. 700 into 2 is 1,400. 700 into 3 is 2,100. 700 into 1 is 700. And the next one is dash. Next one is general overhead. The general overhead is actually a portion on the basis of direct wages. So go back to the question. The amount of general overhead is 1,500. This is class divided on the basis of direct wages, which is 6 is to 4 is to 3 is to 2. 1,500. 6 is to 4 is to 3 is to 2. So if you add this, we are going to arrive at 15. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. 1,500 divided by 15 is 100. So it is 600, 400, 300 and 200. Next one is stores overhead. The basis for stores overhead is direct materials. See, we already have the direct materials ratio here. I'm just going to copy the same. It is 10 is to 6 is to 5 is to 4 direct materials. So going back to the question, the amount of stores overhead is 1000, right? 1000 divided by it is 25. 1000 divided by 25 is 40. 40 into 10 is 400. 40 into 6 is 240. 40 into 5 is 200. 40 into 4 is 160. Next one is watch and ward expenses. For this, the basis is number of workers. As I have this here, I'm just going to copy the same. Watch and ward expenses. For the basis is number of workers and the ratio is 4 is to 11 is to 2 is to 1. Watch and ward expenses is 2000. 4 plus 11 is 15. 15 plus 2 plus 1 is 18. 2000 divided by 18 is 111.1111. So 111.11111. So if you multiply it with 4, it is actually 444.44. So I'll make it as 445. Okay, next one is 111 into 11 is actually 1222. Next, 111 into 2 is 222. 111 into 1 is 111. See, you may feel like, see here it is 444.44. It is actually 1222.22, 222.22, 101.11. So actually I am rounding off. How I am On what basis I'm rounding off this? See, if you consider the last two digit for this, it is going to be 4, 0.44, 0.22, 0.22, 0.11. So the highest number here it is 0.44. So instead of putting those, this that point digits here, I am rounding off this to 445. See, ಈ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು 444.44 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 0.22 0.11 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ರೌಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 0.44 ಇರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೇ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ರೌಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾನ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವ್ ವೇಜಸ್. ದಿ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ direct wages, right? So ilagale ide ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ratio. I'm just going to make the use of the same 6:4:3:2. Going back to the question, non-productive wages. Non-productive wages is 2,400. 2,400. So this 2,400, it is to be divided by 15. How? 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 3 is 13, 13 plus 2 is 15. 2,400 divided by 15, you will get 160. So 160 into 6 is 960. 160 into 4 is 640. 160 into 3 is 480. And 160 into 2 is 320, right? So the next one is canteen. Canteen is apportioned on the basis of number of workers. Number of workers ಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. I'm just going to copy the same 4:11:2:1, right? Let us go back to the question and see the canteen expenses is actually 10,000. 10,000 divided by 18. 10,000 divided by 18, you will get 555.55. So 555.55 into 4 is 2,000, sorry, this 2,222. Next one is 555.55 into 11. 6,000 triple 111. 555.5 555.555555 into 2 is 1,111, and 555.555 into 1 is 555. You just see, if you add all these things, I mean all this amount, will not be arriving at 10,000. So in order to arrive at 10,000, I'm gonna actually round this last number, which is 555.555 into 556. So if you add all these amounts, you will be arriving at 10,000. See, take your calci and calculate. 2,222 plus 6,111 plus 1,111 plus 556 will get 10,000 as round figure. So if you go back to the question, we have already completed or taken into consideration all the expenses. Once this step is completed, we have one more step which is left out. We have to see whether there is a direct material and direct wages here. See, if you see here, there's a direct wages as well as direct materials. So we're going to consider only the service department's direct material and direct wages. So the direct wage of service department D is 2,000 and direct material is 40,000. So direct material is 2,000 and here it is 40,000. How did we get to know about this? It is already given in the question. So I'm going to mention the same here. If you add, the total is going to be, for wages it is 2,000 and material is 40,000. So once we have completed this step, we have to total this, right? Let us total. Take your calculator and total with me. 36,000 plus 16,000 plus 18,000 plus 1,800 plus 4,200 plus 1,500 plus 1,000 plus 2,000 plus 2,400 plus 10,000 plus 2,000 plus 40,000. You're going to arrive at 1,34,900. Similarly, let me total the department A column, which is 12,000 plus 6,000 plus 7 plus 4,000 plus 720 plus 1,400 plus 600 plus 400 plus 445 plus 960 plus 2,222. Total amount is 28,747. 28,747. Next, I'm going to total department B's. 18,000 plus 4,400 plus 11,000 plus 432 plus 2,100 plus 400 plus 240 plus 1,222 plus 640 plus 6,111. So the total is 44,000. 545. The next one is 6,000 plus 3,600 plus 2,000 plus 360 plus 700 plus 300 plus 200 plus 222 plus 480 plus 1,111. The total is 14,973. The last one, that is service department. Let us do the total of this. 2,000 plus 1,000 plus 288 2,000 plus 1,000 plus 288 plus 200 plus 160 plus 111 plus 320 plus 556 plus 2,000 plus 40,000. It is 46,635. If we add all the departments total, we have to arrive at total, right? So 46,635 plus 14,973 plus 44,545 plus 28,747. We are going to get the exact amount of 1,34,900. I hope this was clear. In case of any doubt, feel free to get back to me. Okay, thank you.